And a very warm welcome to the channel, chaps and chapettes. Sit back, relax and enjoy the video, maybe with a cup of tea. Morning, boys and girls. Monday. Right, we're going to start in here. I need to cut this piece of steel conduit off the wall there. So what I'll do, I'll get my reciprocating saw. No, I won't be doing that because somebody's stolen it. Right, so we'll have to find another means to get that down. And then we'll drill and plug the wall. No, we won't drill and plug the wall because they've also stolen the drill. Yep, great start to a Monday morning. And the chaps doing the gypsum work didn't turn off the hose pipe like I said, and they've left it running, so it's now flooded the building. Excellent. Bob Gelworth was probably right. I don't like Mondays, especially this one. Right. Now then, this is going to be fun. Yes, I don't think we can get access from upstairs either. Oh, hang on, there we go, a bit of movement there. I don't really want to remove that cornice there, but might not have a choice yet. I'm gonna try and bend her up and snap her off. Absolutely fantastic. Right, I'm going to nip upstairs and see if there's any floorboards I can lift to try and get this damn thing out. Why do we do this? So it's one of them days today. So the camera, for whatever reason, while I was upstairs removing that shite, decided to jump off the tripod that it had been on for the last hour and break the microphone. It is, it's one of them days. Anyway, sorry if it sounds a bit crap, but there you go. Right. That was a nightmare to get undone. But I've undone two fittings at the wrong end of that so I could pull it down. Job done. And all because some piece of, shall we say it, shite stole my reciprocating saw. Anyway, right, we're back on this one where we were last week with the old line plastering. We're going to start doing some carcassing today. You can see behind me there. It's a funny shape on the chimney breast. So I'm going to put some carcassing up and then put my laths on it ready for the line plaster. I'm also going to remove the skirting board, which is going to prove to be difficult because I don't have my reciprocating saw because somebody stole it. But never mind, that's fine. We'll just buy another one. Right, let's have a look. Now then, apparently these are all being replaced, so yes, not going to be easy. Trapped behind a stud wall at that end, trapped into the corner at this end. Oh yes, the crowbar's gone too. So no doubt we'll be using that as a new implement for breaking into things. Leave it like that, you know. Come on. Big screw or something in that one. Well, we won that battle. Thank goodness for that. Right. Bit of a brush, I think. Okie dokie. I think what we'll do, we'll have the rest of these skirtings off, and then when we come to float, we can go to the floor. You can get new skirtings fitted then, nice and easily. And as per usual, the electrician has just screwed the back boxes to the brick. They've not bothered chasing them in, because of course everybody's going to dot and dab. Nobody's going to float the walls anymore. It's all dot and dab, isn't it? So, yeah, Monday. Do you have mornings like this on a Monday, or is it just me? So I think the way I'll go about it is to make a frame up and then put it into place and fix it, rather than screw timbers to the wall. So we need to know our height. Okay. said and done. So we need 91 inches. We need two 91 inches. Right, as if by magic, I've knocked up a bit of a frame, 3x2 and some pretty good screws, so we can get it into there to make up this this chimney breast kind of missing bit. And it looks like, looking at the bottom, that somebody at some stage has actually chopped out the edge of this chimney breast for whatever reason. And well, to be quite honest with you, made a bugger of it. Right, so I think there's going to be a bit of brick chopping required at the top there, just to bring it up plumb. But height-wise, we're nice. And what we'll do with this, of course, once I've fitted it and fixed it, we'll then start putting the laths onto it to take the lime plaster. What was that? Why not plasterboard it? This is a lime plastering job. We're not plasterboarding it. Timber and lime with a dash of hair. Right, okay, enough of that. Right, so the next job is we've got to start putting some laths onto here. I've cut a load to size with the old chop saw. It's just a case of nailing them on now. We'll start off there like that. We'll put one nail in it. Just one nail in to start, and then going to get the little bubble and put it on there. And get a level. Right, so and then get the second nail in on the other side. And that then tells me that the rest of them will follow that and be fairly level. So it's quite easy on a long strip like that to get them done in a bit crappy. Again, we don't want the gaps too big on it. That'd be silly. You don't have to level each one. We just follow the one we've just done. It's probably good practice after like maybe 10 of them or something, just bang that level on again and just make sure, but don't miss about now. making sure our gap is nice and even. Don't want it too big or too small. Want it just right. Just right. Now these are bought laths. Just bear in mind, if you are doing some lath and plaster like this, you don't want to be getting a bit of the old 3x2 and running it on the table saw and cutting yourself some laths. It's the wrong timber. I think these ones are birch. They're not that dear either. They're not too expensive to buy. Drop the nail. Fingers and thumbs with that one. Then I've got the nail stuck in between my fingers. And anyway, we've got the gist of it now, what we're doing. Running these laths on there. So we're going to go from top of that framework I've made to the bottom, and then I'm going to put a lath on edge, and then laths coming that way to form the return. All very exciting. Not. Right, there you go. That's now done. I've returned the corner as well in lath, and we've relocated the socket because it was touching on the side. So by the time I've got the line plaster on it, and buried about 1/4 inch of that socket box. So I've moved it across and set it into the new timber work. So what's next? Well, we've got to make a bead up. So run a timber bead down that angle, and we want another one for the other side. Once that's done, it's then the lovely job of boxing over the French windows there. That's all missing. Excellent. So it's the same routine, make up a stud, fix it, and put the laths on. A lot of work, a lot of work. I mean, if this was just a dabbing job, you know, it'd been a bit of stud chucked up there, boarded across, job done, you know, matter of a couple of hours work. But to do what we're doing, it's like a day's work, just messing about with it. But it's worth it, you know, it's worth it. Right, I'm going to have a well-earned cup of tea now, and we'll catch you in a little bit. And of course, the other bit that I forgot to mention, see that lovely block work there? Well, some numpty has built it well out of plumb. So the cornice at the top there, at least half of it would be buried underneath the float coat if I went to that block work. So I'm going to have to take that block work out and replace it. Great. Why don't people leave things alone if they don't know what they're doing? Another little problem we have is that. Now, any of you chaps out there that are in the job will know that this, the way it's left, is going to create damp because it's bridging. Now, somebody's put polystyrene and loft insulation into that gap there, and everything's wet through. So I'm going to have to address that problem as well. I think what's happened is there's been, coming this way, a wall like that, which has been a window reveal. And somebody has got rid of that and got rid of the bottom of the wall as well to fit in some bigger doors. Only haven't quite done it. And then the good old electrical back box there, I'm going to have to take it off and sink it into the wall because I'm not floating out that much because the electrician couldn't be arsed chasing his boxes in. Anyway, that's enough moaning for one day. Yeah. Lots of issues. We've got the cornice to try and sort it here as well, because that's been smashed and bashed all over the place. Of course, they want to retain the original cornice, so I've got to not rerun sections, but repair sections, which isn't too bad, I suppose. Well, we'll leave it here for today. Been a terrible Monday. It were right, you know, bog held off. Yeah, terrible. Morning, chaps and chapettes. It's now Tuesday. I'm going to tackle that up there. Timber frame it, lath it, and that's another bit ready for the old white plaster. I started off with a bit on the what used to be a reveal on that side. Took out a load of brickwork, wet through in there, and the floor at the bottom of the doors, some numpty what they've done. You've got your existing brickwork coming up, which is saturated, and they just put a little bit of concrete on top, like that, which was wet through as well. It's inside a house. What were they thinking? Obviously don't have a clue of what they're doing, not a clue. So I'm taking the brickwork out at the bottom. I'm going to put in a membrane to stop moisture coming up and coming in as well, which I think is more to the point because there is actually a cellar below us. And then concrete it because she was concerned the other day that there was damp all in this area, and I'm not surprised. It's just bodge on top of a bodge with another little bodge and a huge bodge to finish it off. I want to go and get some of the old equipment as a retirement today. Out to that. Get the old lantern on there. Blimey, it works well out. There we go. Get that down into the pocket. One bit. That's our first bit up. What I'm going to do now is cut some to go that way, one for top, one for bottom. And I get some noggins in and all that kind of stuff, and then we can start doing the laths on there. Morning chaps and chapettes, it's now Tuesday. I'm going to tackle that up there. Timber frame it, lath it, and that's another bit ready for the old line plaster. I started off with a bit on the what used to be a reveal on that side. Took out a load of brickwork, wet through in there, and the floor at the bottom of the doors, some numpty what they've done. You've got your existing brickwork coming up, which is saturated, and they just put a little bit of concrete on top, like that, which was wet through as well. It's inside a house. What were they thinking? Obviously don't have a clue of what they're doing. Not a clue. So I'm taking the brickwork out the bottom. I'm going to put in a membrane to stop moisture coming up and coming in as well, which I think is more to the point because there is actually a cellar below us. And then concrete it because she was concerned the other day that there was damp all in this area, and I'm not surprised. It's just bodge on top of a bodge with another little bodge and a huge bodge to finish it off. I'll have to go and get some of the old equipment out of retirement today. Out to that. Get the old plumbing turn on there. Blimey, it worked well out. There we go. Get that down into the pocket. One bit. One bit. Okay. Right, well that's our first bit up. What I'm going to do now is cut some to go that way. One for top, one for bottom. And I get some noggins in and all that kind of stuff, and then we can start doing the laths on there. Well, some time on now, and as you can see, I've started putting the laths on. Just got that side to put some on, and yeah, it went very, very well, which we're pleased about. So I've got a load down ready. Did them on the chop saw, nice and easy. And what I'm doing with the ones underneath, I put a lath onto my timber, so it's brought it down by about so, and then I'm tucking them on the top side of the frame, trapping them in there. It's all been done with fixer foam. I know the outside's got silicone around it, etc., so there's no water in there at all. And I'm pushing them into the fixer foam, which is holding them nice and taut, so that I can get my scratch coat, my float coat onto that head. And it'll tuck over the top of the laths because there's a gap, like so, between the mechanic lintel and the laths. It was a cunning plan that paid off. Right, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, where can I put the little pot of nails? Nowhere. How long is that going to stay there, I wonder, before it falls off? Right. Put that into there like so. Nail. Lovely jubbly. Over to mass production now, I reckon. together. And so on and so forth. Right, I'm going to cut some more laths now. Not quite a few, aren't there? So I'll do a big bundle of them. Right. So what we do, you see, we've got one to use as a template. Put a load together. Get rid of that. Leave one for the next lot. Right, I'll crack on and do that. If you want to pop and have your lunch, and hopefully by the time you had your lunch and come back, I should have all the laths on there. And voila, there you go. That's that now ready for its scratch coat. Well, say that's got a dowel bead on it yet, but apart from that, it's done. So that's the two now. Done that one over there, and obviously the one we've just done there. So I think next it's tackle the that bit. Have you ever tried pointing on the camera? It's not very easy. Get everything back to front. So we've got to tackle that next, I think, and get that one out of the way. Right. Let's. One of the problems that we have is this crap. It's a Victorian building. It's got a bit of a cavity, but not a lot, you know, not 50mm or anything like that. And some company at some stage has come along and pumped a load of this crap into it, which is wringing wet, and that's coming through to the inside skin. you know, this is modernism on old buildings. This is what I go on about. You know, they were built in a certain way. You can't change that. You can't come and stick a load of insulation into it, and you know, they just end up damp. So you can kind of see what I'm trying to do here. I'm taking out all of this rubble fill, and that's revealing the cavity again, or the gap. It's not really a cavity as such, but it's meaning that it's now getting a gap between the internal and the external skin. And I'm also putting in some very heavy duty visqueen, going right back that way, right the way up, so there's no chance of anything coming in this way. It's a bit of a bugger really, but you've got to do what you've got to do. Just sticking a bit of plasterboard on top of it and hoping for the best isn't going to solve any issues with damp. That seems to be what they've done. And of course, we're not using sand and cement on this, we're using lime mortar. That's all lime mortar, so let's continue with lime mortar. There you go, that's pretty much what we're doing there. I'm doing that right to the top, and then I know that the end of that wall is sorted properly before we even think about attacking it with the old lime plaster. Do you think it's correct? I certainly do. The way that it had been bodged before, it just created problems. There is actually the outside to do as well. What they've done, because the opening on the outside was bigger than the frame, they put little slips of brick from top to bottom, no bond or nothing, right the way down. So that's all got to be taken down at a later date, toothed out and completely redone. Right, there you go. Done. There's more polythene gone into that than there is mortar. Hell of a lot. So we shouldn't get any damp through there now. That should be lovely and dry. Just got to dress the floor. Again, it's been a really bad bodge on the floor because there was a wall there, been taken out, and somebody's just basically done solid massive brickwork from the outside to the inside. Everything's damp. There's a big lintel made out of timber which goes down to the cellar. It's rotten. So I'm going to take that out. I'm going to introduce some new floor joists with obviously vapour barrier to stop them getting wet, and then it can be floored properly. It's not hard, is it? Not hard at all. Right, I'm going to have a well-earned cup of tea now after that. It's been quite a task today. We've got a fair bit done, so better than yesterday. Right, grab me a brew. That's been a hard day. Doesn't look a lot what I've done, but by God, it was hard work that. I'll give you a quick peep at what we've achieved in the last 2 days. Right, so done that. Old frame and laths. Done that one above there. And we've rooted out and redone all that end next to the French windows. I've also chopped in that back box there because it was too proud. But that's it for today, and that's it for this video. It's a long one, so I'm going to cut it there. Next, I think it might be, well, I think next it's probably going to be that block work there. Take that down, redo it, get it plumb, and then patch up the cornice, and then we're ready for floating. Well, scratch coat. Oh, and there's a bit of floor to do. So, as usual, if you've enjoyed, don't forget, hit that like button. Very important like button. And don't forget to subscribe if you've enjoyed the video and you've not subscribed yet. And we'll see you next time for another video of buggering about with old buildings. Thanks for watching.